Hey the berries, welcome to patch 10.23 with all the new support items. Today we're looking at Thresh with the new items. We haven't done a Thresh yet, so this is going to be quite raw for me, and I imagine it raw for a lot of you guys too. So hopefully I can showcase and navigate what kind of items that we want to take on Thresh and what items we want to avoid for this season coming up. So the recommended items been offered here are the Locket of the Iron Solari. So that item gives magic and armor resistance as an aura. So they're bringing back aura items. We've got Assuredeers, which is basically our engage tool, but in our team composition we have Malphite ult and Zac. So I don't think we need much on the engage. And then we've got Turbo Chem Tank as well, which is another engage, and it costs 3.2k. We would not be going this item. I guess you could maybe like opt into this item if you was scared that the enemy team had like crowd control like crazy. Tenacity and slow resistance, and it could stack up quite nicely, but it costs a bit too much. So we're going to be opting into the Locket of Iron Solari, I think, for this one. Enemy team has a lot of assassins as well, so the armor and magic resistance could help keep someone alive just long enough to turn it around. After that point though, I have no idea what we're going to be dipping into. You've got Gargle's Stoneplate still in the game. You've got a new Abyssal Mask now where if you immobilize this champion, they take 10% increased damage for 10 seconds. Now that could be quite interesting. I'm trolling with that hook. I'm surprised Jin's letting him get level 2 first too. Speed this up a little bit. I think he only just realized. Oh! Threading a needle there. Pretty cool. Okay, good start. Would like to recall, but Jin doesn't want to. Ezreal bought boots. Yeah, I'd like to get out of this laning phase now. Well, I would like to reset, basically. Can you, like, hit those and then dip out, please? Thank you. Gonna pick up some boots here. I'm not gonna be able to. Okay. Alright, we're forced to stay. First part against double poke is always difficult playing a tank because it's the balance between being able to like not take too much damage for the first few levels and then being able to engage. Ow. We could end up having Zac down here in a second, which would be really cool. Especially when they're about to push in. He's prioritizing Scuttle at the moment. Yeah, I'm backing out. I'm done here. I have to lose this next wave. At least Jin did pick up first, but I think it was, so he's not going to lose too much in terms of gold, but I can't be there anymore. So boots, and we'll take a Ruby Crystal here. So we'll pop in probably into the Kindle Gem first. And then pick up the Aegis. Whoa, 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 whoa. How? What? Why? I can't tell if that Zac was AFK there or... I mean, that was quite surprising that they did that anyway. Malphite managed to kill the Talia at least. Oh, are you kidding me? Alright. At least we get a free flash, I guess. Oops. Alright, we got demolished. We can get this turret plate. Boop. Jin's taking a little bit too much free damage there. So I can get a Kindle Gem now. But honestly, I might actually just opt into the resistances now. Only reason why I prioritize the Ruby Crystal over the Cloth Armor and the Null Mantle is just because they're both heavy mix damage here. Health kind of like gives you protection against both armor and magic resistance, whereas opting into the Cloth Armor or the magic resistance, I'm basically choosing. Jin's going out of mana. Yeah, Jin's already out. I'll be hitting 6 first here, but I don't see a point of actually going in. Just because of the mana issues. Very close there with the ward block there. Probably a bit overkill to ult there. I just wanted to protect the turret from a second plate, which I think we've done. Okay, good. Alright, I've got to leave now. Hopefully Jin can now hold off. Ezreal's going out of mana himself now. Yeah, should be okay. Okay, bit of a messy laning phase. Got a bit of a cluster item buy here. It's actually a cooldown reduction on the Aegis now. I only just realized that. It's pretty nice. Because one of the things that you would do is like you go into Locket, but it would feel bad because A, you would have no health, and B, you would have no cooldown reduction, and now that item has both. The only thing it's missing now is the thing you're missing out on it now is 30 magic resistance. That's the cost for it basically, for getting health and cooldown reduction on the item. It's actually pretty nice. I need to get some more wards down. I'm just gonna put a ward behind the pit here. I don't think I should go in here. I'm gonna go around. And Jhin already seems out of mana again. I'm not sure what's going on there. Almost. Don't think we have great kill potential though. Like Jhin kind of needs to prod them down a little bit more. Like 100 to 0 with Jhin is pretty meh. But if we don't engage, I'm gonna get prodded down myself. Gotta be careful as well, because Seraphine could land a really nice ulti. I might just commit to a flasher. I don't want them to get more free gold. That might work. Shame we don't have heal on the Jhin. We've got barrier. We'll just survive then. I'll try to get my lantern down on myself in time. But otherwise, that worked out better than I thought it would do. Didn't have to use my flash there either. So we're getting pretty close to Locket now. Well, Locket conversion cost is only 400 after all of that. Pick up a controller. So we'll definitely have Locket on our next back. And as soon as we get that, we'll be giving nearby allies, including ourselves, I think, the extra 5 armor and 5 magic resistance. That's at least how auras used to work in League. And I wonder if there's double stacking auras. What you used to be able to do very early back on in League is that you would have like, I think it was like Will of the Ancients, the AP buffing aura item with lifesteal. And if it, like Vladimir would have one of those, and I guess as a support I remember picking up one again as well so that he would get extra AP and even more lifesteal. Those were good times. Seraphine's ult still on cooldown. Ooh, Sashimi misses that. That fight is so deep, I can't even consider moving that far. We'll just look to get turrets. Almost want to just rush back and get the locket now. So the only person that's looking fed on the enemy team is the enemy Zed. He looks like he's had potentially 4 solo plates, plus he's on 4 kills. Yeah, I can get Locket and make it back down here in time if they go onto the turret. So the shield value, I wish it would give up me the exact number how much I would shield myself here, but I'm assuming that we're going to get around about a 300 to 350 AoE shield on players. Now Jin's got an extra bit of armor and magic resistance here now. Haven't really thought about second item yet. We need to focus on getting boots next, and then there we go. Lock it here. That shield, man. Locket, definitely worth picking up there. Look at our health. Holy moly. If I did not have Locket, we would have died. No. That was so close as well. Thank God he landed one of those shots there though. Okay, cool. So Jin's got Galeful, so that gives him the little dash, doesn't it? Merc Treads would help with Seraphine, but I think we can do Boots of Swiftness here. Now, Zeke's, for 4 seconds after you immobilize an enemy, your accomplice's attacks on hit and ability hits apply an additional damage on the enemy. Random number. Let's try it. Let's go into the new Zeke's. And then by the time we get the Zeke's, it will be time to probably pick up the new Wardstone at that point. So if we can get like multi-flays, that target should be taking a bunch of extra damage. That Jin dashing forward there with the Mythic is pretty funny. Zack's still out there. Oh, they TP'd to the blob so he doesn't die. Nice. Can probably still keep. Yeah, we can probably still keep going for more. Spooky. Okay, we can't go for more now. They're respawning. Got him. You got it? Good. Yeah, I think the enemy team are entering into that mental mindset of giving up. So I think Thresh would be good season 11. I think Thresh will always have a place in high ELO. But he'll always struggle in low ELO just because there's a lot going on the champion. And you gotta rely on sometimes allies clicking lanterns and things. So I think his kit is naturally like really good. So yeah, I think he'll always have a place. It's got a pretty unique kit. So now that our support item got fully upgraded, we're getting an extra 2 armor and 2 magic resistance aura. Interestingly though, I don't think you get the self effect from the aura. I think it is literally just your allies get the buff. That's a little bit of a shame. I was expecting to get the aura applied to myself as well. So apparently we blocked 200. We haven't actually popped it since that last fight in bot lane, but we blocked 200 damage from that fight. But the aura that's been sitting on us the entire time since we picked it up, it's only actually blocked 94 damage. But then again, we haven't really had a big fight yet. So I've only really given the aura over to like 1 or 2 people. Okay, good. Oh. No, come back. Let's see if we can find him. Jin's going back down. Nice. Might be overstaying if we stay. I'll lock it. I think that blocked a lot there. Yeah, that blocked 617 damage there from that Z. Okay, not bad. I think the item stats on the Locket were quite nice. Much nicer than what they used to be. The aura, I think the aura could use a slight buff. I think 5 base is fine. I would like to see it scale a tiny bit more with more legendary items. I would like to see it go up to +3 maybe per legendary item as opposed to 2. But it's yeah, it felt nice to pick up. Like if I didn't go back and pick up the item, we may have lost that 2v2 if I didn't have the item at the time, so it definitely felt like it made an impact when I did pick it up, just for, you know, that one particular fight at least anyway. And I can imagine, like, if there were more 5v5 fights to be had, the Locket would have been more valuable with the more aura and the more block. So if that game ended up going into team fights, which on hindsight honestly is unlikely anyway because of the assassins that they've got on the enemy team, they're always looking for 1v1s and 2v1s and stuff. So, but it was a nice used item. It was alright, and it's nice that that Locket has about the equivalent of about 18% cooldown reduction now, as opposed to nothing. It having health felt really good too. So, yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be a bog standard item. One thing as I said, I'm disappointed in is that the aura doesn't affect the user. At least I didn't get the buff from it anyway. I don't know if that's intended or not, but at least auras used to affect the target themselves. So I don't know if they'll change that at all, but it was a bit of a shame missing out on the extra resistances from the aura on yourself. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to follow, and don't forget to stay very awesome.